Wait for some folks to come on live. Hello. It is the third Thursday live that we've had scheduled, and I am excited to be able to offer some just updates on what's happening within the city and to answer any questions that you might have. And so I just am making sure that people have a chance to come on and join the live before we get started. So just kind of started a little early so that people have a chance to realize that we're on and that they can join. So this should be streaming across 3 different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. This is new to me, but I've had so many of you reach out and say that you watch on different platforms and you enjoy it. And honestly, going live across the different ones at different times was getting to be a lot in my already busy schedule. So I'm using some software that's supposed to make it easier. It will help me if you comment, so I can make sure that the comments are in fact coming across and that things are going well. So even if you just say hi, or if you like and share the live on whatever platform that you're on, that helps too. I am Mayor Treva Hodges, Mayor of the city of Charlestown, Indiana, and this is one of the ways that I try to make sure that I can connect with residents and provide critical updates, let folks know what's happening in the city, and just engage with them, give them a chance to ask me questions and get direct feedback. You know, as much as I love social media and I think it's great, it is just so easy to spread misinformation. And I feel like coming on at least once a month like this offers you a chance to connect with me, because let's face it, we're all busy. And I understand that it might be hard for you to make physical office hours to come in and check off your list of things that you're asking about. And I try to be as responsive as possible on all my social media platforms when people tag me in posts and correct anything that I see that might be wrong, or respond to people. But sometimes it can get to be a lot. So at least this is kind of a scheduled, coordinated event. We're going to do it every third Thursday. I think this is the third one we've done so far for the past 3 months. And it's just such a convenient way to connect directly with you and for you to connect directly with me. So yes, pop in a comment, let me know you're here. And certainly if you have any questions about any of the rumors you've heard around town or anything else related to municipal government, just ask away. It's truly an open book. And if I don't know the answer, I have a notepad so that I can take down notes and find out and follow up with you later. Hi, Dolores. It's so good to see you. I know I catch you a lot on my feeds, and it's always good. And of course, you're so well involved with the community, and I think that's great. You tend to really be in the know of what's happening and stay on top of things. So that's really great. So be sure and like and share the live if you're watching it, so that people know that it's on. Like I said, I'm trying to kind of buy a little bit of time so that people know. I said it was going to start at 6:15, so I start a little bit early so that people have time to come on, and I will save these. And so if somebody doesn't watch it live, it will come back. The key is that I don't always see the comments after. So if you're watching and you have a comment live, I will respond to that out loud here on the video. But if you come back later and watch the staged version of it, I might miss your comment if you have a comment. So how else can you get in touch with me? That's always something that's important. I am incredibly easy to reach. So my website is mayortreva.com, and I have a contact point there that has my cell phone number and email address. Of course, you're finding me on social media or you wouldn't be on here. And so you can always send me a message through whatever platform on social media that you're watching on. And you can reach me at City Hall. So City Hall's website, cityofcharlestown.com, there's a section there for Mayor Treva Hodges. You can click on that and get my contact information there as well. I do try to keep sort of the campaign side very separate from the official side, even though I'm answering things that are happening in the city on here. The things that I'm telling you are public knowledge. It's just, this is a place where I can put all of them in one spot, rather than having to have you go watch every single public meeting that we have, because we have a lot of public meetings. Every month we live stream all of our public meetings. We have, run through the list. We have city council on the first Monday of every month. Board of Public Works on first and third Tuesday of every month at 9 a.m. A lot of you are at work then, so you're not going to catch that live, but you can always go back and watch them. Redevelopment Commission is on the first Tuesday night of every month. Sewer Board meets the first and third Thursday of every month at 10 a.m. And then we have our Board of Zoning Appeals and Planning and Zoning Committees, and those meet usually the second Monday of every month. We also have a Disability Advisory Committee, and they meet at least quarterly, but sometimes more often if they have more to say. They just had a meeting last week. So yeah, there's a lot of meetings. And I think that this is a good way to connect with you and kind of summarize a lot of things that are happening in those meetings rather than you necessarily having to watch all of them, but you can certainly go watch them. And all of the agendas are posted on the city's website. So cityofcharlestown.com, we have an agenda center and you can access all of those meetings there. It's not a problem. So let's see. Let's get into some updates for things that are happening right now. And again, if you have a question, pop it in the comments. I'm watching and I will happily answer your question live. We are wrapping up. We're coming to the end of the holiday season events in the city. So if you have not gotten out and watched or checked out the train or shop the winter market or watch the light show or any of that, your time to do that is coming to an end for this season. So this is Thursday. So tonight, actually just opened a few minutes ago. So tonight, the Family Activities Center is open from 6 to 10 p.m. Same for Friday night and for Saturday night. The weather looks good. It's going to be cold. It is December. It's going to be chilly, so bundle up. But it's going to be clear that we have no anticipation that the train will have any problems, that things will run. And so if you haven't ridden it, this will be your time to get out and ride it. Remember that we start selling train tickets at 5:45, and you can buy them for any part of the night. So if you want to show up early and buy your tickets for, the 7:30 or 8 o'clock, 8:20 ride, whatever, you can do that and then just come back. You don't have to get on the train right then and there. And the train will run on Monday as well for the reindeer event, but the market will not be open. So Monday we have our live reindeer event. That's from 6 to 10 down in Greenway Park. We also have Santa there and the Grinch. And our Grinch is hilarious. He's such a character. And our Santa is so sweet. So be sure and bring your kids out and the adults. I mean, this is an event for all ages. But after the 23rd, after Monday, we're done with our holiday events. Other than you can still watch the animated light show on the square all the way up to New Year's, and Greenway Park will be lit all the way to New Year's. We've had 2 engagements that we know of so far this year in Greenway Park, and I think that's really sweet. So, yeah, we've had 2 engagements, and that's been really nice. I think that's really cool. Let's see. I'm just checking my notes over here to make sure that everything's popping in. Looks like it's going well. Okay, good. Again, pop your comments in if you've got any comments. Like and share the live and make sure people know that they can have this opportunity to connect. We'll be on here for about 30 minutes longer if you keep asking questions and things are going well, but we'll see. Now, keep in mind that our trash schedule is about to be really hairy for a while. So today on our city's Facebook page, our media director posted a nice handy dandy calendar. And I think it's on our website as well to explain what day each day the trash is running, because when we're closed, it's going to run things behind. And we are closed next Tuesday and Wednesday. So City Hall, city offices are closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So that means your trash is going to run behind because of that. And then the next week we have New Year's Day, which we're closed. So again, there'll be a bit of a delay. So make sure you check that out and be aware of when you need to put your trash out. If all else fails, just do what I do sometimes and just put it out on the day of and leave it until they pick it up, because I don't want to miss it. We've had a few really notable employee recognitions lately, and I think it's worth summarizing for you. So since the last time we had a live in November, we've added 2 new police officers. We now have Jesse Wheeler and Logan Carter joining us. That means that our police department is now fully staffed at 18 officers. So that's fantastic. It's really nice to have all 18. Now we need to be at 20, but we don't have positions open for those yet. So hopefully we'll be able to get some funding coming in and allocate additional funding for additional officers. But for now, we are fully staffed. We also were able to do a promotion. So this week at the Board of Public Works meeting, Officer Matt Myers was promoted to sergeant. So we have a new sergeant in the house with Matt, and we're really proud of Matt. He was a competitive process, and he earned that promotion. Our wastewater treatment operator, Tim Crawford, was recognized by the Indiana section of the American Waterworks Association as the Operator of the Year. We nominated Tim, and we were so proud when he was chosen as the Operator of the Year. He does such a fantastic job keeping that department functioning smoothly. We have our staff now in that department are more highly trained than ever at Charlestown's history. We have 3 licensed operators now in there, so that's really great. We're super proud of them. And then, of course, she's not really a staff member. She's one of our fellow elected officials. We also recognized our clerk treasurer, Donna Coomer, for 25 years of service to the city of Charlestown. So at our council meeting this month, this represents her 25th year of service, and that's no small feat. It takes a lot to run for office and to put yourself out there, and she's done a phenomenal job. Her and her team lead us in our finance department with all of our records and record retention and utility billing, and we get clean audits every year with Donna and her team. And so recognizing her for 25 years was really significant. We're very proud to have her. See, we have another comment. Calvin Jones, I think it would be neat to have some cooler lights in park too, instead of just white lights. So we do have we have lots of light experiences. So if you look, the lights down in Greenway Park are the warm white lights with the red. So it's a kind of a candy cane theme. And Greenway Park is designed to have that kind of Hallmark romantic holiday feel. It's where a lot of our engagements happen down there. That really just kind of subtle Christmas feel in Greenway Park. And we have multicolored lights. We have a variety of experiences. So in the medians this year, we have prismatic decorations with multicolored lights. Up on the city square, we have the animated light show. And it, of course, has every color you can possibly imagine set to music. And that programming happens all day long, all year long. And then out of the Family Activities Park, we also have it completely covered in multicolored lights. And so we do this because we know that we are appealing to a variety of people and a variety of interests. I saw a meme the other day that I think really summarizes this. It said that there are people who only like white lights, and there are people who only like multicolored lights, and those people always marry each other. And I think that's often true. People have very strong preferences about what style of lights they want to put up at their homes. And when we're doing this for the city, our goal is to be as appealing as possible to everyone. So rather than do the entire city in only white lights or the entire city only in multicolored lights, we create kind of these zones where people can experience all those different feelings, emotions, make memories, and the things that they like best. So for some people, the light show is their favorite thing. For others, Greenway is their favorite thing. And for some people, the Family Activities Park is the absolute best. So we just like it all. But we do try to create a variety of experiences. Be sure and check it out, though, because like I said, the season's coming to an end. As far as other more significant updates that I can give you, it's always nice to hear where we are with infrastructure. We had an update yesterday from our engineers that are working on the wastewater treatment plant expansion, and things are running on target with that. We are approving the invoices through the funding that we set aside for that, and it is scheduled on time to open next October. So it's a 24-month build, and it seems to be going really well. So we're excited about that. That's such a critical piece of infrastructure. We cannot grow. We cannot move along. We can't get the restaurants, retail, commercial, all the things that people are really begging to see. We can't get that without this expansion of the wastewater plant. So we're happy about that. We're also still working on communicating with other agencies about the road improvements they have going on. I don't know if obviously you've noticed if you've driven it. So Highway 62 has 2 significant improvements that are going to calm traffic through as it approaches the downtown area right now. One is at Christianity Parkway and Miami Trail, and the other is where they've now where River Ridge has brought in Jim Lewis Parkway, right there by DA Inc. So those are going to be two intersections. The one at Miami Trail is going to be a traditional intersection with the traffic light. Okay. The one in Jim Lewis is going to be a little bit different. It's called a green T intersection. And so the westbound traffic on 62, or what looks like you're going south towards Jeffersonville, that traffic's not going to stop moving. It's going to go. And if it wants to turn, there's a specific turn lane. But the eastbound traffic into town will calm, will slow, will stop at a light. So just pay attention when they open it and go slow. But those methods are designed to help traffic flow and to create opportunity as jobs are coming into the River Ridge Commerce Center for the people that are working those jobs to get in and out safely without causing accidents on Highway 62. We continue to be in touch with NDOT because that's their project, it's their road. We just try to make sure that we get updates from them. On 403, I'm sure that if you live out there, you're probably already feeling the headache and stress of the roundabout that's going in at Stacy Road. And I know when we say roundabouts, people get, well, people just have strong opinions about roundabouts. We'll just say that. Okay. And I understand that because if you've driven the roundabout down in Jeffersonville, the duplicate figure 8 one, I get it. It can be confusing. This is a traditional roundabout with those 3 points with Stacy Road and then of course 403. And they chose a roundabout because they're actually a little safer and they actually help traffic flow a little more smoothly. They're in progress on that now. We've also shared with them a corridor study that we paid for with the county and asked them to make some other improvements on 403, including some lane extensions and other intersection improvements. So we continue to communicate with them on that critical infrastructure as well. And then one of the things that happened recently at the Redevelopment Commission meeting, if you live in the High Jackson corridor, this affects you, or if you drive that regularly, this affects you. We are looking at how to create traffic calming measures on High Jackson as you approach the city. Right now, High Jackson seems to be, there's a lot of excessive speed as people come out of the sharp S curve and then approach, like, say, Jordan Drive and moving on into town. People are gaining speed, and that's very dangerous because you've got a higher density neighborhood there with Woodford Farms and the middle school where you have pedestrians walking back and forth. And so as we will look in the future of making those intersection improvements where Christianity Parkway is going to connect into High Jackson, we are considering a roundabout there as well because we feel like it'll keep traffic flowing a little more smoothly in the off times, but also slow people down. Stop signs just don't work. People blow through stop signs, but it's a lot harder to blow through a roundabout when you have no choice but to follow the road. And then traffic lights, the expenses of traffic lights, and then you're just stuck there sometimes when there are no other cars in the intersection. They don't help traffic flow as smoothly. So if you live in that area, you'll probably start to see some survey stakes going out as they do the analysis of that and look at that study for what that project would cost and if it's feasible and where we'll go from there. Drainage issues are always so a big deal. So right now, the biggest one we're working on is in Hidden River Valley. We think that we have about 30 more days-ish to go on the scoping period for that project. And people will get a result. We'll be in touch with the neighbors out there before we start work on anything. But right now, it's still in the scoping period for that build, operate, transfer agreement that we assigned. So we're still about 30 days out of hearing final result on what that will cost. We had a lot of rain in the past few days, and that always brings a lot of phone calls about drainage. And so if you think that you're having a drainage problem at your house, let us know. We'll come evaluate it. I mean, the thing to keep in mind is that the thing to keep in mind is that we want to address your drainage concerns, but sometimes when you have just a torrential downpour, you're going to have some ponding water. The question is, where does it go and how quickly does it go as soon as it mitigates and goes away? But we will always come evaluate those, and if it's something we can fix, we'll get a plan to fix it. So all you gotta do is let us know. Let's see. I don't see any questions, but again, like, I'm using a different platform for this, so I'm just checking the features here. I'm using a different platform. And so just give a shout if I can't necessarily see any comments, if there's anything coming on TikTok. So I just added TikTok as one of the channels on here, but we'll figure all this live stream out. I am seeing comments on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook watching, you can comment, ask questions. I can definitely see those. I might not see them on TikTok, but at least we're still doing the update, right? We'll learn this together. We will learn it together. Mohammed says hi. um, let's talk parks. We got some stuff going on in parks. At the Board of Public Works meeting that happened just 2 days ago on Tuesday, I gave the board an update on our Little League renovation revitalization. So one of our big things is that we can't just keep building new parks. We have to take care of the parks that we already have. And so the Little League Park is way overdue for an update and upgrade. And it is one of the most attractive features in the city of Charlestown as far as numbers. So we have about 450 kids every year that do Little League, not to mention the other events that go on there. So we need to take care of that space. So a while back, reached out to an engineering firm to do a concept of what could fit there and, how everything would be positioned. We met with members of the Little League board. We've talked to two council members, Chuck Deaton and Brian Hester, who both have baseball experience, Little League experience, to get, a kind of a rough idea of what we want. And now that concept is finalized and it shows kind of where things going, we got them to do some cost estimates. They estimate that it will cost about $6.8 million to renovate the facility the way that it needs to be done. So right now I've turned that over to our financial analyst to say, okay, how do we pay for this? What are our funding sources? What grant opportunities are there? What can we chase? How can we make sure that we are funding this without raising taxes? And so they're looking at that right now. I hope to get an answer. I would love to have a quick answer. And the most optimistic time frame would be to have everything lined up and ready to go at the end of this year's Little League season, because we have about 9 months to build. That's an extremely aggressive and optimistic timeline. I don't know if we'll pull that off. If not, maybe the next year. But I think that's quickly becoming an issue that we're all very aware of as being kind of a top priority for us. Is making sure that the Little League field's taken care of. Let's see, comments. Erica says, just want to say hello. Moved here 6 months ago and I've been impressed. Oh, thank you, Erica. Welcome to Charlestown. Oh, how exciting. It's so good. I'm so glad you chose to come here and live and make your home. Welcome. I think it's a great city, but I'm biased. I think it's a good place, and I'm glad that you're on here. And if you ever have any feedback, please, I'm easily reachable. Just let us know. Calvin, thank you as well. I really appreciate you and your feedback. Along with parks, I would like for you to be aware that we are doing a crowdfunding opportunity. So we got a grant to do a design for kind of they're calling it a parklet or a pocket park. It's kind of a outdoor seating area gathering node just right outside of where Coffee and Cream is on Short Street, kind of across Main Street there. And the whole purpose of it is to create another outdoor space on the square where people can gather, play games, enjoy time with each other, listen to music. And in order to construct this, we're doing a crowdsourcing. And right now, every donation is matched. Okay, so if you donate $50, you've actually given us $100. If you donate, $10, well, then you just gave us $20. And DA Inc. actually kicked us off with a whopping $10,000 donation. So if we get to 50,000, we really maximize that and we get another 50. So I hope that you'll help us get to 50, because even like I said, it's small amounts. They really add up. And so be sure and tell your friends and ask people maybe to donate $10, $20, $50, however much, because the more we pitch in and get this done, we'll really be able to get some grant money back for that and make that project happen. Our square is one of our greatest resources. Our square is where we keep our small town feel, our connections with each other. And we're working to try to revitalize that space and bring in more commercial, retail, restaurant opportunities as well. Along those lines, that's why the Redevelopment Commission recently purchased the green roofed building there that used to be the YMCA in the corner. And in January, after the Christmas show is over, you're going to see that building get torn down. So it'll be a blank slate. And at the January Redevelopment Commission meeting, which is the first Tuesday of the month at 6 o'clock, we will be presenting a concept for the kind of thing we would like to see come into that space. And it includes a multi-use lawn for music events, a permanent stage, an amphitheater, and then also a retail commercial component, hopefully a restaurant, some kind of nice restaurant. We envision a space where we can have our outdoor concerts and festivals, and then there'd be a restaurant right there with maybe an outdoor patio where people can enjoy food and beverages while they're listening to good music and just really make use of that space. So those are some of the ways that we're working to update our parks and recreational opportunities. We always look for feedback from you too. So make sure you stay in touch with us and let us know what you would like to see. I think those are all the notes that I had, and I'm not really seeing anybody asking any questions. Again, this is a new way for me to do this live stream. So I don't know if it's just a matter of me learning the process. Right now I'm seeing the Facebook comments. I don't know if people are commenting in other platforms, but I'm so easily reachable. If you have a question about things in the city, as far as the city's related, you can just email me at mayor@cityofcharlestown.com. And if you have questions about anything else related to campaign activities, or if you just want another way to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me on my personal account, which is just Mayor Treva. Wait, no, it's Treva. I got that wrong. Treva@mayortreva.com. So I have two, mayor@cityofcharlestown.com or Treva@mayortreva.com. And either way, you can get in touch with me. Super easy to connect with. So I think things are going really well in Charlestown. The News and Tribune reached out yesterday, and asked for an update about what we're doing and where we hope to go next year. I do think it's time for us to update our comprehensive plan. We had a comprehensive plan that was created in 2016. I didn't want to get it wrong, 2016. And it's pretty standard to update those every 10 years. And yeah, we need to update ours because a lot's happened since 2016. In 2016, we had no idea that something like Shadow Lake Park would be announced, for instance. And we've grown a lot just in that short time. And we want to make sure that we're being responsive and responsible to the citizens. And so if we do a comprehensive plan next year, there will be multiple opportunities for residents to provide feedback on that. So hope that hopefully you'll connect on that too. I'm going to reach up and grab my phone up here, so just excuse. There we go. Sorry. I'm getting text messages. So my mom had a simple surgery and she's home, and my siblings were just kind of giving me an update. So I wanted to make sure that I was getting an update. So yeah. All right. So if there's no other questions, we had a light show tonight, and that's okay. Again, we do this every third Thursday, and I'm going to keep working on this program to make sure that things are working the way they're supposed to work. And we shall go from there. Reach out to me if you think of anything. It's Christmas season. I hope that you all have a wonderful holiday season. Hanukkah starts soon. Kwanzaa starts right soon, the day after Christmas as well. And so regardless of whatever winter holiday you are celebrating, I wish you the best. And from my home to yours, we also wish you a very Merry Christmas.